Ashok Atluri, CMD Zen Technology. It's great to speak with you once again, Mr. Atluri, and thank you for your time to us here at NDTV Profit on what has been a stellar quarter. You've beaten your guidance. In fact, you've surpassed your FY25 revenue guidance. Let me start with your margin number at 42.5%. Is this the new normal for you going ahead?
No, not at all. It would be around 35%. I think, we got some very good export orders. We had good margins there. But overall, I think 35 is a ambitious target that we have set ourselves. And we expect that, in the years to come, that would be something that we'll try to achieve.
Just give us a sense of what has happened post Operation Sindoor. And, we've spoken earlier on this channel on the immense contribution of Indian companies like Zen Tech to Operation Sindoor. We've seen your work actually in action. It's gone from theory to practical. What has been the impact that you're seeing or expect to see on your order book going ahead?
So, Indian Army has been always focused on buying from companies that have developed indigenous IP, indigenous R&D they have done and built the products. So that is where Zen comes out top in the anti-drone systems. Where again in 23 there are two tenders floated. In both the tenders, Zen was the single vendor because they needed something, very broad, better specifications than anyone had till date. So we were resultant single vendor there. Based on that, it was very gratifying to see that the products that were used and they really, really did very well in the recent operations. And we have got really positive feedback from those on the ground. What we also got with interaction with the armed forces is that there's a huge requirement and there will be acceleration of the products that have been proven in the field. So that's very gratifying, Tamanna. I think we look forward to government's next action, and we really, really feel so good that we were right there in the thick of the action, and our products proved very, very useful.
Fantastic. And, congratulations to you for that, because an indigenous company right there in an operation which has been so tremendously successful. Just trying to understand, Mr. Atluri, if the kind of products that you provide and anti-drone systems that you provide, would there be a need for replacement at this point, or would you expect a bulking up of orders?
So we do think that there is a lot of requirement. There are two stages. The first stage is scaling up to the complete requirement of the armed forces. That scaling, they have just bought a part of the requirement, and the scaling up has to happen so that all the complete requirement is bought. After that, typically what happens is Zen Technologies, after a year or two, we start generating annual maintenance contracts till the life cycle of 10 years is over. And post the 10th year, they have to replenish they have to replace the equipment with fresh purchase of the same equipment. So that's the cycle way it's going to go. So they have to just scale up, first fulfill the existing requirement, and then they move to the next stage. Tamanna, I hope I answered your question.
Yep, I think you did. Mr. Atluri, good morning. Neeraj joining in the conversation as well. And firstly, thank you for making such amazing products. And it was lovely to hear your comment on Tamanna's earlier interview, wherein you said that there was a scuffle in your office for people wanting to go to the front lines to help the armed forces. It's quite the sentiment that the nation had. So kudos on that. I have a couple of questions, sir. Firstly, it's quite something to see a company guide to doing 2x what they have done in the previous year as a guidance in the corresponding 12 months. Is this, but the current order book may not show that, but I'm presuming you believe order inflows will make up for it. Is execution going to be as possible to enable you to do a sum of 2,000 crores, which you're guiding for FY26?
So FY26, we have said about, what we have guided, Neeraj, is this, that for the next 3 years, on an average, the CAGR would be 50%.
Okay.
So that means to say, yeah. So, what we are saying is, cumulatively over the next 3 years, we should do a little more than 6,000 crores. So, it will not be really linear, kind of 50%, but overall, so that we still feel confident about. We do feel that due to the delay in orders, this year may be a bit muted, But we are very, very positive about the next 2 years.
Okay, so when you say muted, roughly relative to 925 crores that you may have done in FY25, you could probably maintain that number you are saying for FY26.
So, I think we should probably may be around that figure.
Ah.
But, till we get the order book position till by the H1, end of H1,
Got
we
it.
will be able to more securely give the guidance on that.
Okay, fair call. So maybe we'll try and get some actual numbers on the guidance once you're in a position to be able to give it. Fair call, Mr. Atluri. The second question that one might have is that, yes, the sales, etc., have been good. Are receivables looking solid? And for a lot of you, I believe, Q4 might show bunched up receivables because a lot of execution might have happened in Q4, but the payments will come with a bit of a lag naturally so. So are receivables going to be an issue, Mr. Atluri? Or do you believe cash flow situation will ease out as the year goes by? Some color on that?
So we think the cash working capital cycle will come down to about 120 days, and the cash flow will improve significantly as we go. As you rightly guessed, the orders were received towards the, executed towards the end of the year. So the, receivables got bunched up towards the end.
Okay, so sorry, just the clarity before I hand it over to Tamanna again. 120 days it comes down to. What's the current receivable days, sir?
About 160.
Oh, from 160 to 120. Okay, fair call. Tamanna?
Now, just want to know about your order book for Q1. You've penciled in about 800 crores. Are you looking to meet it, surpass it, or be a little below? What is the picture looking like right now?
So we are out of the 800, we have got 150, Tamanna, and we expect another 650 crores. I think that by H1 we should be getting the whole thing and some more because of the current activity that the government is going on. They have given a deadline of 40-45 days to start placing the orders. So I think the overall order we'll come to know maybe in another few weeks the exact position. But given the feel on the ground, we think these guys are going to be huge.
So just that point you made, by H1 we should get the whole thing. Are you saying, what is the whole thing? Are you saying that you should hit your target for the year by H1?
Yeah, no, the order book position should be built up by the end of H1.
Okay.
And any special new orders would be added to that, and then we'll get a clarity what would be the total execution during the current financial year.
Okay, just one last point, Mr. Atluri, and that is on your inorganic growth. You've had a lot of acquisitions and very strategic acquisitions to enter into new verticals. Like you're going from land to naval, marine, etc. From anti-drone, you're also looking at drone systems. Are you looking at building on that inorganic acquisition in this financial year?
So yes, we continue to look at acquisitions, Samanna, and we feel that there are some very good prospects which can integrate seamlessly with the company's strategic objectives. And yes, I think there will be a couple of more acquisitions, but we are not sure about the timeline or the quantum of the money that will be spent. But probably this should happen in this financial year.
Mr. Atluri, 2 or 3 questions, sir. One, there is this emergency procurement of 40,000 crores approved on Friday by the DAC, right? Does this include orders for anti-drone, drone systems, or any of the products that you might be making?
Yeah, we are very sure. We feel very certain that it includes requirement which partly then will be contributing to it.
Got it, sir. Okay. The 2 other questions, sir. You acquired AI Turing last year as well. I believe that's helped in the anti-drone simulation systems for you. A word on the technological edge that you might be having, because I don't remember it correctly or completely perfectly, but I remember you telling me that in some of the bids that you are putting in, you are probably the only bidder because of the technological specs that you own versus some of the other companies not owning. This was sometime 6 or 9 months ago. Just a bit on the stuff that you're doing around AI, technology, which might help you quite well.
We have done R&D not to win tenders, Neeraj. We have always said, how would India win a war if war were to happen? And our R&D has been directed towards that. And one of the things that we did, was building anti-drone systems with wideband, which is basically wideband or band independence. It means that, while all the other anti-drone manufacturers were focused on neutralizing commercial DJI kind of drones at 2.4 megahertz and or 2.4 gigahertz or 5.8 gigahertz, we knew that, when the terrorist or the enemy comes, they will not follow the government guidelines on commercial frequencies. They'll come with anything. So that is what we prepared our anti-drone system to be able to do. So this is exactly what happened in the real situation, that they came in non-commercial bands and our systems were able to neutralize them. So yes, because we are spending the R&D money to solve real problems, we typically have happened to be the single vendors in many situations where others are not able to do. So, and the acquisition of AI Turing that you were talking about, they actually made remote control weapon station where human in the loop is removed and the anti-drone system can be connected to hard kill systems like shooting down the drones, and so we connect with them. And so this has become a complete offering. Earlier, we were very strong in the area of soft kill. With AI Turing acquisition, hard kill has been coming within our reach. But the good part is AI Turing's equipment can be sold independently of the anti-drone systems also. We are seeing a lot of demand where unmanned, the weapon systems are required. They are being asked to come and demonstrate. So I think that was a fantastic synergistic and even otherwise a good acquisition.
One last question, Mr. Atluri, from my end. What about the export opportunity? I mean, does this, as sad as it may be, because we don't like loss of lives, but had to be done, but does this open up export opportunities meaningfully? Are you already sensing incoming interest for your products from global companies?
After this thing, we have got a lot of export inquiries after the recent operation by the Indian government. There are a lot of foreign countries. They approached us and they are very keen to discuss about procuring the system from us. Very initial stage because it happened very recently, but this looks very, very encouraging to us.
I think Tamanna, me and the entire team at NDTV Profit wishes you all the best, Mr. Atluri, for a lovely FY26 and beyond. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us today.